Meanwhile, at the Hall of Doom.
Say, man, we on. Another Wednesday. What up, family? Locker Room. We live and direct with another classic episode. I got my man Worldwide in here, and I got the young living legend in here, young Curtis Gerald's in the building, bro. I had to get him in here. We missing March Madness, so we're gonna celebrate March Madness with a legend that's lived it, played in the game, still in the game. We stealing you right now because of this virus right now. He would be overseas doing his thing, getting busy, but we got him. God do everything for a reason, so we got him here. Worldwide, what's up with you, man?
Hey, man.
We here, another week. How you holding?
Blessed by the best, man. We just doing what we need to do, and we doing what we have to do, man. But we gotta talk about this for the Mac Facts, man. So y'all stay tuned, man, because we gotta talk about. I gotta just enlighten y'all on some things
How you
that we
feeling
have
now?
to do about this virus, man. A lot of people need to.
So tell me this, before we get into all that serious talk, you got your face on,
Yeah.
you virus ready and protected, and we not making light of it. Wash your hands, be safe,
Right.
take care of your loved ones. If you need to get tested, we've shared information on our other sites and locations about where you can go get tested in the process of that all.
Right.
But let me ask you this question, homeboy, because we ain't out here tripping right now. Can I use this pill, this Mac Daddy?
Yeah.
Is it virus friendly? Can I?
I mean, let me tell you something. It ain't gonna protect you from certain things. Okay, so if you already had that, I'm sorry. It's there to do one job, man, and it's gonna do it.
So look at it, man. We got young Curtis here. We ain't gonna even get into that yet, because the show is rolling. Y'all saw the highlights. We're gonna talk to him about this basketball career. We're gonna ask him a lot of things. We got him on the spotlight. I'ma hype him up because he a quiet dude. I just found out he's an R&B dude, so he got an old soul. That means he's a highly intelligent man. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna talk basketball, we're gonna talk life, but I'm gonna let him introduce himself. Talk to the world. Tell them who you are, man.
What's up, everybody? This Curtis Gerald's here, man. I'm an Austin native. Been playing ball for a long time. I'm also went to Baylor University.
Where you
Played
from?
there
Where'd you
4
go?
years.
Where'd you go to school?
Where did you go to school?
High school.
Yeah.
So
I went to Dale. I'm a city kid, but I went to Dale Valley High School.
Okay.
Grew up in St. John's before moving south side to Riverside. So that's where I kind of started elementary.
St. John's, what elementary?
Elementary T.A. Brown.
Okay, you went to Brown. That's what's up.
Yeah,
So
Brown.
you from the hood. You ain't, Dale Valley.
Yeah.
So we always bring cats on here, man, the local legends, and we talk about the roots to inspire the youth, man, and let them know that guys like yourself have come from the same places they've come, and they've got busy out here. They've gotten focused and taken care of their careers and did what they had to do, and came back and been positive influences on their community, states. I mean, you worldwide, and we're gonna get into what you're doing worldwide in a minute, but. Talk to them about your journey coming up out of Austin, Texas.
Like you said, growing up in St. John was really tough. You know what I mean? My dad, in and out of jail. I grew up with my grandmother.
Yeah.
So, I had a lot of different, roads and routes I could have took, but, for me, sports was my thing. I kind of was taught that you have to have your grades in order. Obviously you can't be in no type of jail or institution.
Yeah.
You can't play. I mean, you can play in there, but it ain't the type you,
It ain't the lights, nah. It ain't the lights.
So, I decided I wanted a different route. Obviously, you have desires for things, whether it's money, cars, and clothes, or if it's even your education.
Right.
It's just different routes to get there. So it was tough, but at the end of the day, man, like I said, my decision was to stick with sports. And
who did you have around you that was an influence that kept you focused during that season, early in your life? What was driving you?
For sure, early on it was my grandmother and my great grandmother. They obviously with our culture, those are usually the backbones of our family. So, they strong men and they strong women. They were my great grandmother. Obviously, she was married, but my grandmother, who I lived with, was single, and had an uncle who's about 2 or 3 years older than me. We all in the house with my auntie and the kids, and just kind of showed that strength, man. And ultimately I wanted to be something, for her.
Right. So when did you fall in love with the game? When did you really realize basketball was your thing? And what was that moment like? Talk to me about the early stages.
Early on, I just really liked to play, man. It was just, I enjoyed playing. And I think that I didn't have nobody really pressing me.
Yeah.
So I just enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying?
Fun.
So about 10, funny story, about 10, my younger cousin, he was playing in the youth league at Dobie Middle School, I think it was. And so I'm like, man, I want to play. I want to play organized. So his mom took us both up there, and the practice schedules was like spaced out. You know what I'm saying? One team practiced at 1, and they throw you in the pool. I was drafted by the team that practiced at like 4 o'clock. So then, it's a half court, so you got 2 teams practicing on one half of court.
Yeah.
Coach Roderick Burns at the time, who I didn't know, he was like, well, you know what, Ms. Ann, I'll put him on my team so that you guys can, you don't have to come back and practice at the same time.
Right.
So then I was playing with Coach Rod, man, and then Coach Rod thought I was good enough to play on his select team, which he brought me on his select team, so we started traveling, and ultimately that's how I got my scholarship.
Man, that traveling exposed your mind, right?
It's totally different, man. Like I said, for me, the select ball got the schools to come out to see me at Dell Valley, because people weren't really coming out there to watch basketball. We had some football guys.
We're gonna talk about that. We ain't
Sure.
even got to the because I like to talk about cook sessions, because you took care of your business in there. So what middle school did you move on to in that route? Where did you go from St. John's with all them Crips? Or it ain't number Crips in St. John. Let's go. Mondale Hargrove. I see.
Warren now.
Yeah. I was gonna say
no doubt.
It was 50-50, but
Where'd you go to middle school
so
after you left there?
At 13, then my mother was ready for me to take over. So I ended up moving with my mom, moved to Dell Valley in the 6th grade, and I attended Dell Valley Middle School.
Right.
And from there, obviously coming into a new school, I'm the new guy, but I set the ground rules in recess. You know what I'm saying? I went out on the court, gave my respect out there. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And then I became, a favorite. That was where I met my best friend, Adrian Thomas. And he was the other good guy.
Right.
So people like to see me and him battle, and obviously it started. We would never play on the same team because it was an overload. But competing against each other, we kind of started as a dislike, but then it became a respect thing to where we've been friends to this day.
Yeah,
so
bond since then. Yeah. And that's part of what, like, our culture. We came from a situation similar. They were football guys, and the basketball was competing to be on the level with the football team at every day. The basketball had never been viewed as like superior. The football team and the track always ran the school.
Yeah.
So my thing was to get the basketball on the level. So I'm with them other sharks. Them other sharks talking crazy. I'm like, we'll be live too. Y'all going to state and going making rounds and all that. We about to do the same thing. So competition can bring. That's why I love to compete.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because competition can bring good friendships out of the situation. Yes. So we go to Del Valley. You know what I'm saying? What happened? How that transpired? Del Valley. Let's go out there. You went to Del Valley. And you know, when we came through, they had a dude named Corey Walker. He was pretty nice. He was decent, but we still smacked him by like 15, 20, bro. You know what I'm saying? So we always thought Del Valley was easy money. Talk to us, because y'all damn near went to state and all that. Talk to us. Let's go.
Yeah. So going into high school, I was the only freshman to play on varsity that year. And I came right in. C.J. DeWitty, shout out to C.J. DeWitty.
Yeah.
He was, I think, a sophomore at the time. And, bring me in, took me under his wing. Coach Marvin Hall really, had a lot of faith in me to do what I needed to do. And the first year was a learning experience. I was out there with the dogs. And then also at that time I had to make a decision.
Right.
Because I was playing football in middle school too.
Right. Oh, okay.
So then, Coach Hall was like, hey, baby, if it's going to cross over.
Yep.
And he was like, this is your first year. I want you at this level. So you're gonna have to, make a decision. But I want you to be going through this, this off season, preseason, learning the stuff because it's a different level. So I decided to, roll with basketball. And then, like I said,
basketball. Why basketball? I mean basketball, because I know why I chose basketball. They was hitting out there.
They was hitting.
That's what I'm about to say. Them boys, was going D1 for real. So I was like, man, I'm going to fall back, bro. I'm going to go on hoop, bro. So I'll be honest with you. Go ahead.
No, it's definitely different.
State of Texas,
it's a level, man. And I think to understand that about yourself at that age is, it's like, it shows that you're a lot advanced. It's like, I like playing. But that's a different type of level for me, like the physicality.
Yes.
It was like, all right. Because, in middle school, I was bag up. I was a starting running back.
Yeah.
I was a bag up quarterback.
You're right.
I was strong safety.
Yeah.
Strong safety.
Yeah.
I was like third string punter. So, you can really get down.
Yeah.
But, you get to the next level, and everybody, the bigger linebackers and the linemen, 150 pounds heavier than you.
Yeah.
They're about 3-4 inches taller than you.
Yeah, man.
So I was like,
and then in the weight room.
And then the weight room was different, Middle school, you ain't really lifting weights.
You ain't ready for that varsity at high school game. Nah. So you chose basketball. And now you had a hell of a high school career, bruh. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Del Valley has gotten back to where you've taken them since then. They had a team a couple years ago that was decent, real decent, but talk about that, man, and just your experience in being a groundbreaker for Del Valley basketball.
I think one of the most important traits that I carry is my ability to lead.
He's gonna touch on that later. Go ahead.
Okay. So I got a different mindset and a different drive, man. It's like I can't work with people
who can't do it,
but then also can't see. And even if you can't see what I'm trying to tell you, at least trust me and have that mentality and the work ethic to say, you know what, I believe in you.
Right.
And so we had the second year was okay for us. It was good for us. But then my junior and my senior year, we really picked it up. We had a lot of guys that were good players, but they were just, they were easy to, I don't want to even call them followers because they had their own, they had their own visions and their own, what you call it, their own goals, individual goals.
Right. Purpose, yeah.
The most important thing was that, hey, I got my individual goals, but I'm going to blend them with the team goals and try to play inside of what we're doing.
Right.
And so I think...
it's a team player, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And then if you got, if your strongest player, can say, hey, I'm just like you guys. We on the same level. And not show like, I'm better than you and I'm going to do this because I know I can.
That's how you win, though.
Yeah.
That's how you win. Right. So you showing them like, hey, we all in this pool together. We're going to eat together. And at the end of the day, the team success is really what matters. And man, I actually bumped into one of those guys, Gerald Fisher, today in the store.
Right.
It was crazy, man.
Wow.
Like,
so let me ask you that, because y'all was hyping all that, but did y'all see LBJ in that season? Because
we actually did see LBJ in the preseason. Then
saw
we
who, Skip
we
them?
beat them. Yeah. We looked at them.
Oh, y'all be skipping them?
What grade was Skip them
Yeah,
in?
they was like, oh, it's preseason.
Oh,
Man.
okay, that's what
but
it is.
I don't. But listen, you asked me that question for a reason.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So
Yeah,
if
yeah.
it's that game
Yeah.
and it's Dale Valley and LBJ, we get to see you. That game matters and it counts.
And that's how you look at it.
Cause
At all times.
So we
They
got
all
'em.
count.
We got them and we never seen them again. So it was like,
And that's it. You
How
look
did they do? Because they was illustrious too. They was hot boys in the city too.
no,
though.
they was. I mean, on the other side of town, like we heard about them. They was doing their thing.
Yeah.
And
Skip, hey, y'all know we got Skip in here too, so we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to the business side of all of this too. But Skip in the building too. Shout out anything potatoes, man. Anytime you want a good potato with anything on it done the right way, come check my guys out. But high school, so did y'all make it to state, homie? Well, how was that part?
we was one game my senior year. We was one game off. We lost to Sam Houston out in San Antonio. And I actually had the last shot to get us in or out. I don't care what happened before that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that point fingers at other people this way, but I had a chance. I mean, I missed it.
I'm the same way my senior year. I missed it. But I would rather that shot be in my hands.
Absolutely.
Than like if I didn't take that
Nobody
shot, I'd be miserable right now.
Absolutely.
But make a miss, I can live with that. And that's what leaders do.
Right.
And you know, coming back, we're probably just gonna steamroll, Bobby, unless you got something you want to talk about. 'Cause at the Mac Flex, I'm gonna let them see some of his videos and highlights again. But I like just talking in the midst of all of this other stuff going
keep it
on.
rolling,
Let's
'cause I
talk
love
about
it,
that
man.
leadership, bro. Talk to me about leadership. How you feel, Mac?
Well, you got to understand, we got people, number one, we got to understand about togetherness. And a lot of us lack it. So now you trying to teach some heads to get together and come as one. That's the hardest thing we do
Absolutely.
culturally.
Yeah, absolutely. There you go.
Because
that's another level. Yeah,
I'm the
yeah.
star. I am. So, and when you win the championship, y'all all stars. And that's why they call it all stars. It's not just one individual. Don't get me wrong, you got MVPs and somebody made a couple and rebound and did his thing. But I think that a lot of it just start, I'm always go back here at home. Because everything starts at home, and me and Ray believe in that. And it got a lot to do with you coming together and just uniting. If a lot of people can get real big headed because they can say, "Look what I did,"
Yes, sir,
and the minute when people tell me what I did, that means you don't pray, and that's just me. I don't say that to that person. I don't be like, "No, you don't pray." I don't do that. It's just you put an I, and there ain't no I, no team, bro. You know what I mean? So it's more like we, and that's how. And leadership is just very important to me because I got one at home. He 10. I know he gonna be one, but. Yeah. I gotta teach him humbleness though. You know what I'm saying?
Important.
And that's the whole thing behind it because I don't want him to get his head big because you can get flated real quick and it hurt more when you think you're the man and then you miss that shot.
Yeah.
Huh?
There you go.
Now when you miss that shot, bro, how long did it take for you to get over it? You know what I mean? You know, that's you.
I'm gonna tell you one story that happened before all that, because what you were saying about we was going in the right direction at the end of my junior year, right? So now, you know, before we leave, we always play a 7-game series, right? And so we had some success. So then you had some of those guys coming out with the chest up, like, you know. Now I'm like, man,
And you saw it though.
yeah, I'm
The
like,
leader
man,
gonna see
where
it.
this- I mean, where's it coming from? Like, you know, that's just, you know, the guys who have a reason to be talking are not talking.
Right.
But now you're coming outside of your skin. So what happened was 7-game series. Myself, I took me, and then I took AJ Hardiman. He was a freshman, I think I want to say.
Big boy.
He was a freshman. So I let them pick the team. They had every other starter, every other upperclassman.
Right.
It was me and AJ, and I had two other. It didn't even matter the other three. In the 7-game series, beat them boys, you know, with 4-2.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and then Coach Hall set everybody down and was like, "Hey, man, look, he humbled you guys because it's something. Like I said, if there was anybody I had the reason to have a big head, and walk around with my chest up. But if I didn't do it, what makes you think
you should do it?
You should be able to do it." And so I said, you know what? I don't even really want to play with y'all. I'm gonna show y'all, you know, how one or two people can just ooze out a certain type of energy
Yes.
to help them make them other three
That buy
come
in.
on along.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
we took them and did that. And then I think my senior season, coming into it the next year, everybody was on the right level, and we made it far, man.
So
Man,
that's
awesome.
big,
Yeah, that's
and,
real
and
big.
that's why I want our kids to experience success at a young age, because not a lot of people know how to handle success. See,
There
that
you go.
success
There you
y'all
go.
came back with the next year, like, and you get raw talk. Oh, you better than Kurt. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
better than
Yeah,
Kurt.
yeah,
Y'all,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I know I lived it.
Yeah,
You got
yeah,
dudes
yeah.
that ain't put in half the work, and somebody in there like, you better than that,
Yeah,
dude.
exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
So they come back and they need them humbling moments, and that's what happens. But like Bobby said, in our community, we got to come together, and that's part of what we're gonna preach. And we're gonna get to Baylor, but I gotta plug you and what you and Skip doing again with this baked potatoes, this anything.
Yeah.
It's out cold.
Yeah.
So let me tell y'all about CJ World. Let me do my part of the hype early. He's one of the young black athlete entrepreneurs in the city of Austin, Texas, that owns a legitimate business in the historic East Austin district of Austin, Texas. They call it Central Austin now. Very expensive area. Gentrification has taken over the area. His partner, a great hooper, a little brother of mine, Skip, they doing big things, man. So to have a young athlete, and I need y'all to share this with y'all kids and let them hear this history. Still playing in the game, still overseas right now playing ball, still living his dream. But he's also venturing into other things and being great out here in this city. He's not only just running a business, partnering up with a good friend, showing unity amongst their clique, which is beautiful to see brothers make money together. But they're employing some of the people in our community as well. They're bringing jobs to our community. So people that are going through gentrification and experiencing other things have opportunities and can make money while still in the city. So it's bigger than basketball. And for him as a young black man to still be doing that, that's powerful to me. I had to have him in the locker room. You as an entrepreneur, you know what, you critique the food and all that. You talk to him about the entrepreneurship and that mindset at this age.
We all, me, him, we got so much to learn. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, and I've heard it been said, the cats on Shark Tank, they call themselves entrepreneurs. And they billionaires, you know what I mean? So me and him got a lot to learn, you know what I mean?
Right.
But the whole thing about it is because you stepping out on faith. It's not just you. But the thing about it is, think about this, man. Real entrepreneur or leaders, this was still born in this man. He was gonna do great anyway. Because of the leader mentality he have. So it's pretty much like, and I gotta go a little bit, because I ain't gonna go too much deep into it, but it's kind of like Joshua, you know what I mean?
In these times we need that.
But you see what I mean? 'Cause it's like, I ain't saying he got threw away, but look how he came back, you know what I mean?
Right.
So they looked at it like everything he touched, he prospered. See, that's what we fail at. We scared to do it and pursue it, because what happens to our culture is this. It's hard, man. I don't know if I want to do that now.
Yeah.
You're done.
Yeah.
Because you said it out of these
You done
lips.
killed the dream.
You
Bobby.
done.
Yeah, you done killed your dream.
And you know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
but leaders go like this. Man, we finna get through this, man. I don't give a damn what we gotta do.
Yeah.
You know, man, I've been through worse than this. You know what I mean? Because that's, and all that building up, when a leader says that, guess what he doing? This is what people fail to realize. When that leader like, we gonna get through this, man. So that's, he giving it to the universe. But he putting faith behind it. Forwarding all issues to heaven. If you don't know nothing about that, then ain't nothing gonna work.
I tell you,
Because you killing it. You know what I mean? You killing it from the start. So if you don't have faith in yourself, but you want other people to have faith in you, how does that work? It don't work. Exactly. So Skip got faith in you, you got faith. See? And what did he say? When 2 or 3 gather in my name, it's gonna come to pass. So here y'all are. And you know what makes me mad? When our culture look at it and be like, oh man, he lucky. He only there because he played back. See,
Yeah.
see,
Oh, yeah.
now you're shooting at us now. We doing something, and you still got that target on me. Like, okay, this ain't enough. And then I look at it like, oh, don't get too big. It always gonna reflect back. They wasn't there with you at Dale Valley. They ain't there when you overseas. They ain't there when you taking every shot. They forget the process.
What's in the middle? Yeah,
Nah, but the book I'm reading right now, Being Is Crazy, say, man, fall in love with the process.
I was told
Enjoy
that
the process.
I was told that by me.
You understand? Because when you get to the goal, it's short-lived anyway.
Come on, think about
So
it, man.
you gotta love every step of life in order to appreciate the final goal and destination, homie. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. You.
But we really gotta look at this. Let's really look at it. I just told my son this today. I say, I'm not gonna I choose certain words. I say, son, you know, if I just gave it to you,
yes,
and it broke, or you messed it up, this what you gonna say? Oh, my daddy bought it. I don't care.
Give me another. Give me another.
But if you put it in, day for day, hour for hour, you gonna go like this. Tears, eyes water. You like, hold on, man, hold on.
You evaluate it more.
You see what I mean? And you don't just do that when you have a business. That's y'all baby.
Baby.
Look here, baby.
It's one of they babies.
Look, I gotta go. I'm gonna give you the skip. I'm gonna give you the skip. Skip, go take it. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Can I shout out Chuck too in the midst of
You know
that?
what I mean?
Chuck, you my G, dog. I
But
love
we-
Chuck.
you know,
Chuck been
big
grumpy,
Chuck,
yeah,
man.
we
Chuck,
getting our
right?
culture,
I know
though.
y'all,
We get into
you and Skip
it.
behind the
Yeah,
scenes,
we mess it
cats
up.
and all that. Go
yeah,
ahead,
we
my
mess it
bad.
up. But we mess it up when our culture.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you the. Well, I gotta help. He cried too much. This ain't working, man. And then you like, should I give it to him?
See, a lot of people, you know, I was telling Skip, I was like, man, more people will come around because they saw what we turned that building into.
Man,
So they seen what it was before. And like you said, really nobody got faith in us. It's like, all right, they say they're doing this, but then when it's done, now they want to be a part. Now they want to come around, right?
right?
So kind of like what you were saying, man, nobody wants that process, the journey. Everybody wants this at the end, but don't want to do their work in between.
Exactly.
You know, and like you said, man, nobody really understands when it comes to basketball, and even when it comes to the business, like what all went to, you know, what all went on in between to get there. So I'm like, man, all right, you know, y'all want basketball, y'all want to talk about basketball. I bet however many of y'all can't go through a week of the workouts.
Whoa.
I go through.
You gonna
You know
kill him
what I'm
right
saying?
there. Yeah.
And it's like that work that I put in
Man.
is where I am today. You know what I'm saying? Along with my faith.
Along with your
develop
faith,
that
though,
lifestyle.
bro, you know.
Yes.
But you built it because you gotta understand. This just me. You living it, but this just me. If you ask me, basketball is a business.
Absolutely.
Let's think, right?
You heard what I said when I first started talking?
So with that said, with you throwing it out the backboard to me,
Yeah,
with
I did though.
with basketball being a business, I just had this conversation. Senior year, we get back to it. What schools were recruiting you, and what made you choose Baylor? Because then I'm gonna come back and hype you up again when we talk about Baylor basketball. What made you choose? What made you choose Baylor?
Yeah, he did it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As a freshman, sophomore, junior, I had interest in letters from everybody, but I think that was just press stamp. He's decent, so let's just. But no real interest. Baylor, I committed to Baylor my junior year.
Okay.
In high school, had a verbal commitment because they really showed the most interest.
Yeah, you did junior year, yeah.
And so when I became a senior, I was more on the radar. Now I had everybody coming at me. Texas was a school that everybody asked me about, and I just knew myself. At 15, 16, 17, I'm already on 6th Street. I'm already hanging out. I wasn't drinking and I wasn't smoking, nothing like that. But I'm inside these places, and I was like, man, how am I going to get anything done
If I'm in there.
with the access like that.
Man.
I'm gonna have a little bit of money from my monthly, scholarship situation, and I'm gonna be in the city, everything at my fingertips, whether it's my mom, my grandma,
All access.
anything.
Access. Yeah.
And so too, and then another thing was they had that year they was like, man, we got a new Fab Five. The freshmen, they're gonna be like them. And I was like, I wasn't one of those five. So I was like, man, y'all kind of, and I think like Daniel Gibson was already there at guard. I think they had like Keaton Paolino or something.
Yeah.
And then they was recruiting heavily AJ Abrams. Shout out AJ Abrams.
Yeah, my G.
Man, he was one of my. I hated that dude. They made us hate each other.
He talked about that like when on the show. He
did. He did.
He mentioned that.
Man, they made us hate each other. And I mean, after we got into college and we was like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like we really two dope individuals, man, from the same place,
same city.
And I just wanted to know like how he was as a person. And I mean, one of the best dudes I really ever met. Right. And so we close friends now.
So they had y'all on something, and we going away from this word, and this is our community. They had y'all on some nigga shit.
There you go.
But that's how we do each other. That's how we do our to keep from growing.
Yeah.
But go ahead. So you choose Baylor. I don't want to get off on that.
Yeah, Willie Lynch.
Yeah. So. So yeah, and I mean, like I said, AJ was on their radar too. So I was like, man, y'all kind of sing because every school over recruits. So I said, look like y'all got it there, man. I want to go ahead and go up the street where y'all gonna have to see me,
man.
And when I need to get home, it's an hour and some change away. And on top of that, they was going through that situation down there, man, and they only had 5 scholarship players. So I knew I would have a chance at starting. If I didn't start, I would play a lot. Right. And for me, it's about playing, man. So,
getting your minutes, getting your reps.
Right.
So Baylor was the first team in the school to show loyalty in the midst of the situation that was going on down there, losing scholarship.
Shout out Coach Drew, Scott Drew, man. Yeah. Money Moorfield, Coach Tang, Coach Mills, and Coach Driscoll, man. All those guys right there.
So with Baylor basketball, as we're going to Mac Facts, so we're gonna go into these Mac Facts because my G get busy. Baylor basketball, y'all, let me explain this. Went through some very trying times for those that don't know the history. I like bragging, boy. I like bragging. This man right here, along with Coach Drew and a couple other key influential people, brought Baylor basketball back from death. The situation that happened with SMU, the death penalty, almost happened exactly at your school. SMU has never been the same since. But with the blessings of God and young CJ coming in that town, basketball was resurrected, bruh. And we're going to talk about Baylor basketball and how it felt coming home. Did you get some wins on that orange court down here?
I did not.
You didn't get to beat them not one time at home?
No, not at home.
But when
I got them. I got them a couple of times, but not here.
Not here in town. All right, but we're going to get to that.
Nice, though.
We finna get to these Mac Facts. I need y'all to tune in, like and share. Incorporate this into y'all life, man. Continue to comment. Any questions? We're going to also talk about some other business ventures Curtis has going on, as well as other things around the city, man. Stay safe. Wash your hands in between the break. Mac Facts, live and direct, baby.
How y'all doing out there? This is Max Fact. Pay attention. We're going to talk about some good topics. We're going to keep it simple, but we're going to keep it real. Stay tuned. It's coming. I'm coming right at you with these facts. I hope you're ready, baby.
Mac Facts, how y'all doing, man? This y'all know I don't like saying the virus. Y'all know I don't like saying the name of it because I don't claim it. But y'all see what the ruckus, everything that went down in the HEBs and the stores all around Texas, really. I mean, I want to get deep, but I can't because I want to get back to asking these questions to my man. But I want y'all to understand something for real. If you're really paying attention, understand this. if you see how things were, people in line, and the world ain't ready for no disaster at all. Think about it. The world ain't ready. We're not ready. But it's amazing how God can get your attention. He needed it. We needed it. Not he needed it. We needed it. It's amazing how it's shaking up certain people. You're going out buying the wrong things and you're doing the wrong things. I ain't saying a lot of y'all. If you doing this, this not for you. Get off. Go do something else. This for the people who putting their attention in wrong areas. Psalms 91. He who dwells in the place of the Most High. Let me tell y'all what they saying about that. He who dwells in the place of the Most High. That means you sitting right there with the man and you're just thanking him for everything he gave you, what you got, your kids, the word, you still here. You're not complaining. I'm just explaining. So the whole thing about all this is you dwelling with the G-O-D. If you don't believe in him, please get off this channel because it's not for you. And I'm telling you that. Now, 2. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my forest. My God, in him I trust. Sup? My God, in him I trust. You know what our problem is? We overthinking stuff and we thinking too much. You need to learn how to shut things off and go into a place and dwell in certain areas and stop focusing your mind on something that's gonna come in life. If you saying, man, I ain't gonna get it, you talking about it too much. As you can see, is hitting people that we know that are stars and famous and people who, so that scares you even more because that person can get it. It shouldn't, man. Not if you dwelling in the place of the Most High. If you wake up with the word, you go to sleep with the word, I promise you, it won't bother you. It will not. I promise you it won't. It don't bother me. I know I ain't gonna get. I feel that. I just know that because my spirit. I live in the spirit. I am the spirit. He gave me this. Jesus didn't have it. I ain't got it either. And you don't have to have it. So let's tone it down, people. Let's understand what it is. This thing, look, what they say, this time shall pass. It's real though. Because they making it even realer than what it is. What did I tell y'all about energy? Wherever the mind goes, the body flows. Wherever your energy goes, your spirit gonna flow with your energy. So whatever you put into this, that's what you're gonna get out of it. Mac Facts. I love y'all and ain't nothing you can do about it.
Viewers, we appreciate everything y'all doing and watching us. I hope you getting a lot from the Mac Facts because we're gonna come at it every week with new Mac Facts. We're gonna bring it to you. You're gonna love it. Thank you all for coming in, but I hope you just pay attention to what we're trying to do, man. We're trying to get out here, reach the community, and get these Mac Facts. It's all about you guys. It's not about us. It's bigger than us. Mac Facts coming at you.
Always ready. Hey, we back. So we're gonna start this just like I needed it to start. Can you start song? Can you start that again?
You want it again?
I want 91. Let's talk real. Because in this season, man, and what they've tried to do, man, is they've tried to separate us from the higher power, man. And in order for him to get our attention, these things got to take place. And those that are not educated in the word of God are going to be misled. And y'all going to get caught up in being scared.
Yeah.
We're not saying don't be precautious. Right. Don't get out here and take care of your bodies, eat right, wash your hands.
Sure.
Don't live in fear. Give me some of that real quick. We're going to get to Kurt, man, but God is always, he know what God is in all our hearts.
It's kind of like anything else they say. When you need God, it's too late because it should have been, it should have been already over.
You should have already been talking.
Yeah. So
here
we go. Psalms 91, just one more again, y'all. And I'm going to tell you, just be real. Number one, we're going to start off like that. He who dwells in the place of the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Abide. Wait. Under the shadow.
Patience is required.
I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in him I trust. Surely he shall deliver you from the snails of the fowler. I could get in a sermon on that.
Reverend Dr. Bobby.
And from the perilous pestilence, he shall cover you with his feathers. That means he gonna go like that. Boy, when you go to that word, boy, when you go to that word list, he gonna cover you. But you gotta be in the word though, man. You can't be sitting up here thinking you bulletproof. You can't be out here what's already been going on. They've been, sightings of people just sneezing on stuff and stuff like that, man. That's
look, tell me this, B, as we get into that. And I like when Reverend Doctor off the chain. One of the biggest things I heard in there was trust and faith and believe. Like,
okay, so John wrote believe 79 times in the Bible. Why that meaning? I answer that. So, and then he turned around and God said, fear not, 365 days. Why did he say that? I'll answer that in a minute. So you got to understand where it's coming from, man. Believe and fear not. If you do those, don't, listen, people, stop leaving it up for your pastor to do everything.
There you go.
For real, man. The word got to, listen, you go to, they say you go to church. I am the church. A church is a building. He put church in me. So I'm the church. So when you come to me, bro, I'm going to get to you. I come to you, you're going to get to me. We are the church, man. That's a building you go to. So we the church. It's church right now. You know what I'm saying? It's a teaching. I ain't preaching, it's teaching, man. I just want people to understand, man, because this is the time right here. A lot of people sleep and a lot of people woke. We say we woke, but why y'all steady blasting the virus? That's all I hear.
That's all I hear.
That's because listen, this is the best time for you to take your kids. You got them at home. Here it is, Bible study. Here it is, Lord's Prayer, knowing when the
working on their weaknesses.
Psalms 23. Yes. This is when the time in the shadow of the death. Man, y'all gonna make me go there. I'm just saying, y'all need to focus. You got your family right there in your house. Put the word in your kids.
Positive.
Keep it in them.
But what you saying though, and then we go back because I can let Rev go. I be keeping it on the chain. I
he do me like this.
And I be
you get you Rev.
Yeah, man.
I be happy. But what he telling them is, and this is the key, man. And you talked about this as you came in earlier, man. And it's getting back to the basics and the fundamentals. The fundamentals of life, and I tell my kids this, start with God. If you follow God's laws and rules, you miss all this man-made stuff out here, bro. You understand? If you stay true and pure to that in your heart and soul, you miss all these man-made laws. But the fundamentals of life start with that word.
Yes.
Plain and simple.
Yes.
And what you were talking about this morning with the game, what you do today? What was your workout today? Talk about your workout today. The fundamentals of basketball. What'd you do today?
Okay. Well, I was out on the track today. And
basketball players run on the track?
That's what I'm saying. Most people will think that might be a hustle backwards.
Wow.
Because some people will say, oh, you can't work on speed on the track because that's track speed. I know you probably heard that.
Mm.
Yeah. But you can do things you can simulate, a basketball court on the track. So for me, I ran probably about a mile and a half.
That's what's up.
But on every second lap, I was out there on the stairs, up and down on the stairs. I did my push-ups, and it's,
Man, so tell me, where were you at? What were you doing this week?
I was at Yellow Jacket Stadium right there on the
You went
east
to the
side.
Heart?
Went to the Heart.
It's funny.
Oh my God.
That stadium,
Hold on.
man.
He went to
That's
the
about-
Heart.
2, 3, 4 blocks from the potato shop.
Right.
And right there the track. Skip let me hanging this morning. I'm gonna put that out there.
Yeah.
He left me hanging.
He like skip the
He
show.
didn't show up. Left me hanging. But yeah, I'm right there at Yellow Jacket Stadium, right across from the Millennium. I
Man.
mean, right there.
But see, it's so epic right there,
Right
bro.
in the
'cause
heart.
right now, Quincy Carter's doing them quarterback clinics over there, man, and that's the essence of sports here in the city, man. That area with Doris Miller and Givens all being in that same area. So you getting up running right now. In your time off, where you playing right now?
Nowhere.
Where were you playing? This
I was playing in Italy,
in Italy this year.
Sardinia. Yep.
Sardinia. So he's home, but right now he's still
training.
working on his craft.
Yeah. And
You
I don't know
understand?
when we're gonna play again, but
They
I
shut
know
it down.
when we do, yeah, I'll be ready.
So how many games did y'all play? Were y'all nearing playoffs, end of the season? Talk about that.
We had about maybe roughly 10 regular season games left.
Right, right.
And it's kind of spread out because we're playing, one of those games a week, and then we'll have the European competition in the middle of the week. So we had probably about 20, maybe 24 regular season games. Yeah.
So tell me this, and you coming from that area, how were they approaching this?
Where I was at in Sardinia, it's an island, so I mean it's technically Italy, but it's separated from the country. And there was up until like around I left, there was 0 cases out there.
Right.
But I think when it first started, everybody was kind of just whatever about it, and then it just started to spread like a wildfire. Because they was traveling and still doing things as if anything.
Nothing happened.
And so you got the sports events. In Europe, soccer is
Big.
12 times,
It's football.
100 times bigger. It's 100 times bigger than anything, and they get the most people
The most followed.
in one place. So,
Yes.
I mean, those games was going on for a while, and like I said, it was just
Man.
Now it is crazy, man, because I played overseas. Can you explain that soccer thing? Like that soccer thing is the NFL, right? It's like ridiculous. It's in some cases,
They
in
say
some
that's
cities,
the real football.
it is the real. It's worse than NFL teams.
Oh, yeah,
bro.
bro.
Like
They
shut
stadiums
down
are huge.
cities. Yes. Oh
Yes.
my.
I mean, I would say it's bigger than the NFL.
Man,
I mean,
yes.
them people are really diehard fans. Like playing on a team in Europe is almost like being in a game.
Yeah.
Because in the stands in Europe, they throwing stuff on the court,
Batteries, all kinds.
batteries, pennies,
Anything.
they
Coins.
throwing toilet
Yes.
paper.
Yes.
I mean everything, and there's fights in the stands. I kind of off quick. I played in Belgrade for Partizan, and if you were an opposing team, they didn't let your fans in because if you was cheering for they gonna jump you. They gonna jump you, and I think about 2 years ago they killed an opposing. Yeah, he came in there cheering for the wrong team. They stumped him out, and they killed him.
Nah, it's funny. You said, nah, look, B, and I said this before.
Man, that's
In
deep.
Greece,
Yep.
it was one of my first
Yeah,
experiences
Greece,
overseas.
yeah, Greece is
Bruh.
Yeah.
The opposing team, we went to play somebody, and my coach from that year had coached at the other team the year before. Man,
Oh,
as
they
soon as he
mad at
came,
him, bro.
as soon as he came to the
Oh,
gym, bro,
man.
it got ugly. They rushed the court, bro. They had to take us out the gym. Overseas, we playing behind bulletproof glass in some arenas, like the benches behind bulletproof glass. So while you on the bench, you safe. As soon as you get on the court, though, boy, you might get tore alive, bro. But yeah, it's vicious. But even when I was overseas, man, in Argentina, man, ooh. When I tell you the city, Buenos Aires would be off the chain, bro.
Oh yeah,
But the clubs, the soccer clubs, actually are like schools. They like have junior teams, and then some of the soccer clubs fund our teams, like the basketball
yeah,
programs.
That's how much
overseas.
money they make.
That's how perfect. There you go.
Man.
So it's crazy that experience. Let's talk about the European experience, and we're gonna get back to to the Baylor and all that, but I love the European and this worldly thing.
How was the adapting? You know what I mean, bro? Like you leaving now. I mean, we talking over the water for a little hot minute, man. You ain't never traveled that first time, you know.
My first spot was Belgrade. I get off the plane. I look left, I look right.
Yeah.
I call my agent. Hey, I want to go home. Get me out of here now. He said, whoa, wait.
Crazy.
You got a contract.
Yeah.
I said, I don't care. You know, look, check this out. The dude is driving me, right? I look to my left, it's a building. The building look like it's all, you know, it's messed up. So I'm like, man, what happened there? And he looked at me, he was like, yeah, y'all bombed us.
Oh, see,
No, it's real.
see, he got plex out, man.
So I'm like, I don't know how. So how you feel about us?
I'm about,
You know,
just come
you
over
know?
with the ball.
So I'm like, man, and you know, my first 2 months, like they was gonna send me home. They wanted to cut me because my mom, I wasn't playing good. My mom wasn't in it. I was going to the gym. I was going home. I was thinking about being home, and then I was back to the gym. And then, you know, Belgrade actually turned out to be one of the best cities I ever played in and lived in, from the people to the nightlife to the restaurants to just the culture.
Yeah,
man.
And after that 2 months, man, I went on to be the MVP of the league, the finals.
How long did you play there? How many
Just
seasons?
one season. I was there 6 months.
Okay.
I came over like mid-season and finished up the year there.
Stayed the course.
Yeah, and then from there, I signed at Fenerbahce in Turkey, and I spent the next 2 seasons in Turkey. And then I was there. You know, Istanbul is a bigger city. You know, a lot more money, a lot more people.
Right.
But you know, for me, I've never played in one place 2 years in a row.
Okay.
In 11 seasons.
Wow.
So every year I was in a different country. I did Turkey 3 years, did Italy 4 years, but you know, never back to back, except Italy like 2 years ago.
Man.
So tell me this. With that experience overseas and the adjustment B-Mac is asking about, what seed did that plant in your life? What has grown out of CJ coming from Austin, Texas, being in Italy? What has transpired?
I think the first thing it taught me is, you know, just to be acceptant of anything else. So if it's the culture, if it's the language, if it's you know, the way we dress, the style. You know, I think culture is kind of really the one word. But you know, when you get there, you know, I was eating McDonald's every day. I knew that wasn't good for me, but it was what I was familiar with.
Right.
Then, you know, I'm like, hey, they like, hey, try this, try that, try that.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, I'll try it. I'm that guy. I'm like, I'll try it once. If I don't like it, but I'm at least gonna try it.
Yeah.
Right.
So you know, I think for me, that was one of the biggest things I got out of it. It was just being able to, you can put me anywhere now.
Okay.
In a room with anybody.
Adapt.
Whatever color, race, wherever we at.
Reality, yes.
And I can make it home. I can survive. And I can communicate.
That's awesome.
You know, I don't allow, you know, I talk to my girlfriend a lot about built-in excuses, you know.
Yes.
And I learned that from, you know, up at Baylor with Coach Drew and them guys.
Right.
And it's like, wherever you going, whatever you about to do, it's a built-in excuse. So we going on the road.
Yeah.
We know it's gonna be loud. We know they ain't gonna like it.
It's loud.
We know it's we missed one flight. Now we there. So we don't say, oh man, we gonna be tired because we got a 10-hour flight over
in a hotel, in a airport.
It's kind of like what you were saying too about speaking.
Oh yeah.
When you like, shoot, man, you done already put it out there,
And it's gonna go to.
and it's gonna stick. Try putting that other energy out there and see what happens. So, you know, like I said, for me, that was one big thing, man, is just being able to adapt.
Yeah.
And like right now, I feel like, you know, I hate excuses, man. And for anybody who's around me, I hate them.
Get on away from me.
And I'd rather you try to do it and fall on your face than say, you know, I can't do it because of this or that. So
Young legend.
I like a lot of the people around me, man.
I need them to hear that from the young G.
We gotta have that.
We still rolling. We didn't take no commercials, and we're going into the fourth quarter. We got Skip with his scary ass on. Damn.
You know, Skip.
Yeah, you might want to come back and let it keep rolling.
Yeah.
Skip, we was gonna give
Skip
Skip
with
some
Kool-Aid, man.
Skip missed the workout today.
Yeah, I mean, he just
But
all off today.
I guarantee you though, if you pull up on him, he gonna have the fish and the baked potatoes. All that's gonna be A1. But he ain't gonna get in front of the camera much.
Yeah.
and he ain't gonna show up for workout all the time, but he say he still hoop though.
Yeah.
But look, back to it, man. Some of your passions, and I see you venturing off into some things with your business now. What are some of your passions that were brought on by your worldly travels, like clothing line, music? Talk about it.
Well, yeah, funny.
Shout out to Let's Go with your brand. Let's talk about that.
Well, you know, I have a organization that's created. You know, it's behind a motivational message, which is, you know, life is not about what happens to you. Life is how you respond to what happens to you. And so that was created. I heard it from a piece because we used to do, you know, Bible studies at Baylor. I heard it.
You gonna get Bobby?
Get
Bobby back. Go ahead.
And a piece of that, you know, I couldn't piece it together, but I couldn't remember it.
Right.
But I pieced it together myself, and I realized that, you know, when you responding, I created it based off of a negative experience. But you said it earlier. You was like, man, some of these kids don't know how to respond to success.
True.
And so, like, there's a balance because you can make $1 million, but what you gonna look like in 2 months, 3 months, 4 months?
Keep it.
So, or you can be, you know, like you said, you can be that the front runner of something and get all the attention. But how do you respond to being at that level?
Right.
So, for me, I created it when I broke a bone in my foot, and then the next season it was hard to get a good figure, you know. And they was, oh, he gonna be too slow. He gonna be. I said, okay, I'm dedicating this next season to just responding to everything I've heard negative.
Right.
And I've had
Ray Jack word is busting their ass.
Yeah.
And I had one of my best individually, I had one of my best seasons, but also my team, we were doing pretty well. And then one of them European things hit where the team couldn't pay.
Right.
And they had to shake.
So that's the business. That's a whole nother conversation.
That's what I'm saying. Basketball business.
And so then I tell people this story all the time because now I'm running with this message. I'm in schools. I'm in
You're in schools where? Let's be specific. Where are you in schools with?
I was at a
schools in say the country and where you are in school.
Oh yeah, okay. So I did it was I think Ojeda. It's it's one Del Valle school. One of my coaches. Yeah. So he
don't even get to the Austin schools. Talk about how the schools overseas.
Well, yes. So that was the time. So I was, you know, I wanted to do a lot of talking in schools here, but you know, with my European schedule, I'm always over there during the school year. So when I was in Milan, a good friend of mine, Simo, he helped me out with setting it up with a school there. So I got a video of that too. Man. I should have sent you that clip, but I went into the school. We played some basketball through the football around a little bit. I gave them T-shirts and I kind of pitched the message to them, just to understand, you know, we got to respond, you know, all around the world, you know,
worldwide.
And so one thing I was getting to was I'm going everywhere with this message because it changed, you know, my mentality. You know, to no matter what happens, the biggest key is people get stuck on the actual what happened instead of, okay, it happened, what am I going to do next? So we always going back to, oh man, this happened because of Ray, or this happened because of Matt, this happened because of, instead of saying it happened, and what's next? And so I'm going through this, right? I'm pushing it everywhere. Europe, Austin, in my sleep, everywhere. We did, you know, turkey drives on Thanksgiving. We did for Christmas. We did and back to school. And then in 2015, I'm on the court, boom, and then I tear my Achilles. And man, when I tell you, I didn't cry. I stood up. I walked off. They carried me to the locker room after the game because it was in the fourth quarter. And I get to the hotel, and then like I'm about like it's happened like this. The door closed behind me. I'm in the room by myself, and I immediately start to break down. And I walked in. My face, you know, before you cry, your face get ugly. My face got ugly. And I flopped on the bed. Boom. And I hit the bed. And I bounced right back up. And I straightened my face and stopped. And I said, "There's no way you can go from country to city to school.
Say all that
and say what you saying.
You gotta stand on it."
And you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So I was like, you know how
you gotta stand on
that,
myself,
man. In the room by myself. And you know what it was?
That's
like
deep, man.
I wasn't hurt because the injury actually didn't hurt,
Right.
but I was hurt at the fact thinking about what I'm about to have to go through to get back. So
The process.
when that process. So when I hit the bed, I'm telling you, a tear didn't even come out.
Man.
That boy was right here. I
Yeah,
pushed him back in.
man.
And I was like, Kurt, there's no way you can.
Right.
You know, you
Right.
gotta. Now it's your turn to do it again.
Mm-hmm.
So from there, I come home. I do my surgery down in San Antonio at the Spurs facility,
Yeah.
and then I started to surround myself with people with good energy. That's when I got with my artist, my first artist, which is Marquise Foreman, Keystar. He go by the name. Shout out Keystar. From Waco, Texas, moving down to Austin to work on his music,
Awesome.
and that's where the music started.
Man.
So every day I'm doing this, and I'm doing my rehab, and
Yeah.
man, that was like one of the quickest. You know, it was like 8 months, 9 months. It went so fast, man, because of my mentality
The routine.
and the people that I had around
Yeah,
me.
the
Yeah.
positivity, man.
So,
Support system.
Yeah.
and then that kind of, so now I went back to Europe, and obviously, people was is he gonna be?
Yeah.
And one of my coaches, relationships is big too. We didn't even touch much on that.
We're gonna get into man, I
Yeah.
tell you, you're a legend. And
Yeah,
the platform is yours. We'll talk
yeah.
about all that. But
Man.
So a lot of people looked left when my relationship with a coach that I had hadn't even played for, but played against many times.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "Come this way,"
Man.
and then we ended up winning the Euro Cup championship that year. My first year, kind of back for 3 months, and then I didn't even tell you, but when we watched the highlights, I said that was my favorite year,
Wow.
and I had the most fun because that was my first full year back healthy, and it was on my mind to
Man.
show everybody
Yeah,
what's
man.
up.
Yeah.
So, end up winning the championship that year too.
Mm.
But yeah, man. So, and then
So about the clothing line. Talk about the clothing. Respond to music. The clothing. Talk about, cause Skip, he don't even want to talk about that, and I need him to talk about that.
but see, I'm gonna keep going with the artists because I picked up 2 more artists on the way. You know,
Go ahead.
I don't.
You
You
can't
know,
leave them out.
so boom.
Yeah.
So now,
Yeah.
I'm at another level where I'm like, okay, let's expand a little bit.
Right.
And so I get another artist. His name is G. He go by Jeezy Going Ham.
Okay.
Shout out to Jeezy.
Yeah.
I actually brought him with me over to Italy in Milan,
Sweet.
where I used my resources there. I'm jumping over, but I had won a championship in Milan in 2014. 2015 is when I had the big injury, and I ended up back there in 2016, 17. So I brought him with me, used all my resources. Giorgio Armani he was over our team, but so we go down to the fashion show. We sit in front row. We eat all our money, and it's an experience, man. So we was working there, doing the music there,
South of France.
and then
What y'all talking about, man?
we going there. We doing we doing the music there, and then I'm like, man, I ain't myself if I don't get an R&B or something slow. And so then I collabed with her name is Mariana. Let me say this right because she Mariana Giselle, and that's where the music's kind of been going. And with the clothes, that's more of Skip. He needs to be in here talking about that.
Yeah.
Because he got the pie. It's pie, right?
Pie.
He got
He
pie.
ain't even helping with this.
Yeah,
He
he
just
ain't
behind
even-
the scenes.
He-
bro.
It's okay.
Like, we ain't tripping.
But the Life is Respond, we got gear, we got t-shirts,
Yeah.
we got hoodies.
Right.
And that's
And y'all will be in schools more here in Austin. We bringing them out this summer. Next school year, you will see Life is Respond. You're going to see that in schools and in the community more. We'll have it on our back as well. The thing you touched on, and B Mac is big on that, and I am too, man, because I didn't understand it coming out of Austin, Texas. The politics and relationship building. Your name and your relationships, those that you rub elbows with, those that you get familiar with and build good rapport with, are very important. And how you carry yourself in life is very important. Talk about some of your relationships and how that carried you throughout, and even just helping, because you played with the Austin Spurs. So you talked about rehabbing at the Spurs facility,
man.
but that's because you played with the Spurs for a while. So talk about those relationships and how that, it just all comes back around, my G.
Yeah. Well, that was, like you said, man, I was with the Spurs for about a year. And then, I took my journey over to Europe. But, that was the thing. When I got hurt, I was in Russia. And so, in Russia, it's like, in certain areas, maybe the technology may be the same, or just not even that. You just, you know what?
Didn't feel comfortable.
I don't really understand exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
So let me go where I understand because it's my body, and it's important to me that I shake back. So I come home and I reach out to some guys over there in San Antonio. I got with a doctor who works on the main name guys, and we was able to make that happen. As far as even in Europe, my first year in Milan, I was like this.
Man.
I was like, focus on basketball, and we won, but I failed to realize where I was because I'd never been there before.
Right.
So many, from restaurants, from designers. I didn't know I was in the heart of all the main designers.
That right there.
And so, and obviously working for, Giorgio Armani, that relationship is there. But I mean, I got from Iceberg, Dolce & Gabbana. I have people that I can call, and if they having, private parties or anything that, hey, we doing promotions, come on down and we there.
That's awesome.
So tell me this: did you ever get to? Because I think I know in France I did, in Argentina somewhat too. Did you ever get to a point where you forgot about the United States?
There was. I didn't forget, but I'm gonna tell you, the way priorities are different, and the values are different. Being in Serbia, it wasn't about who has a lot of money. Yeah. It's about who's happy and are we enjoying ourselves. Yeah. Where our country can be very money driven. So, and then going to Turkey, it's a lot of people. They real big on they hookahs and they Turkish music. And like, I didn't forget about home, but when I came home from my short breaks, it was like nothing's moving. Nobody's doing anything different. The same people doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Let me go over here where I feel, you know what I'm saying?
I'm comfortable right here.
I feel like I'm more productive there, and it just put me in a better space.
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you this: it's crazy you say that, man. And I think about Kobe Bryant being raised in that kind of environment. I would have loved to have my kids over there when I was playing ball.
Oh man,
just to experience that and just another life, because it's totally different. Like, I didn't forget because my mom and my family was still here, but I totally got engulfed in France. I was totally engulfed into the country. It was black people over there that looked like me. It was Chinese people over there that act like me. I mean, it was totally different. And a lot of the stigmas that the United States had placed on Europe were not true.
It's not true.
You know what I'm saying? At all. So it was just, man, it was great once I dug deep into the culture of the country that I was in, man, and I really loved it. You know what I'm saying? So tell me about the basketball now, and I want to talk about maintaining, you understand, a level of professionalism, not just on the court, but off the court. What does that schedule, what is that discipline? This is a word he loves. He loves discipline. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to let him talk about that too, but talk about your discipline right now. How do you maintain a level of professionalism at how old?
33.
33. He's still in the game. Let's go.
Yeah, and I mean, at 33, I'm looked at as, one of the older guys, and like I said, for me.
That's why I asked you, so you can tell the young boys. Because your goal now is to give game now. And that's the only thing I ever asked you for was what? To come back and bless the next generation. Right. So go ahead. Yeah. How do you maintain that professionalism?
I mean, it's like when you go through, I'll say this, up until last season, every year, it was only 2 years that I didn't come home with a trophy of some kind. Right. And those were the 2 years I got hurt. Right? So, if I'm, the percentages say if I'm healthy, I get a trophy.
Yes.
So, when you've been shown something through your hard work and your dedication, and you're like, this actually works, right? And I believe it works, right? It doesn't make you like, there's nothing for you to not believe in. So at the end of the day, we talk about the discipline. It's like, it's first nature, really, to me.
Yes, lifestyle.
Yes.
And like I say, I got my girlfriends over here. Shout out Monique.
Yeah.
Shout out Monique.
And, Monique, I got something for you. I got something for you, Moni. Welcome to the family, baby. Go ahead. But the discipline, talk about it.
And
The
then,
lifestyle of people you surround yourself with.
for sure. And it's like, she'll feel me. I start at 6 in the morning. I start to move. I start to move my body, and it's on its own.
Yes.
I don't have a alarm clock no more. And it's like, hey, by 8, I'm up doing something. I'm running. I'm headed to somebody's gym or something to get something done. So the discipline, man, it's like now I understand. I know it's at the end of some of these rainbows.
Yes.
I know it's at the end.
Yeah.
So and I've been there before.
It feel good.
And so what happens is when you get around people who, I talk about the ceiling all the time. And I'm like, man, it's break the ceiling.
No ceilings.
It break the ceiling.
No ceilings.
Because the ceiling is only you can only see this far because of where you are and where you've been. But if I'm telling you that there's more down this way, you got to work for it. You should know because I'm showing you. If it's a trophy, if it's a relationship, if it's if it's money that drives you, like find what it is because it's more work. So for me, like it's first nature to me now, man.
Right.
And I don't even think it's something I have to think about to be, disciplined.
Yeah.
And let me say this, man, because, I get off on this because being a groundbreaker, man, I don't feel like we appreciate our people as much. And I watch y'all on TV celebrate LeBron James and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? But we got a young king right here that's doing great things. I need to see them lines, and business is good. It's good at anything, but I need to see anything lines get bigger because what you're hearing right now is a young man from this city that's putting his time and effort back into his city, and he's teaching the right way. He's teaching the right way because he's living what he's preaching, and that's major. You understand? Not too many of us at 33. I wasn't owning nothing around here, and they call out the 5-5, and I just keep it real. This dude is owning stuff in the city, man, and he's giving back, and he's linking up with his partners to do it the right way. Let's celebrate our young LeBron James, then, if that's what y'all want to call him. We got those here, so let's get behind that, man, and that's what the locker room is all about, man. B-Mac, you talk about discipline, and I want to talk about that. We're going to close out on discipline and just being focused in this time with this sickness or whatever they want to call it. How do we stay disciplined and focused after the hype? Because I need y'all to know it's more to come after this. God will show his face. Jesus Christ is real. So understand that. This is just a test. So,
it's
lifestyle.
It was like, I tell my young prince I got at home. I said, son, what you do silently, the world will finally know. And the reason why I got you reading all these books, because once you open your mouth, they will know what you know. But it's discipline in it for you to do that. I shouldn't have to tell you. After something come routine, that's what discipline is. It's routine. Subconsciously, his mind wakes him up. His body up. You see what I mean? And mine too. I don't sleep late unless I went to bed real late. You know what I mean? But so the main thing is I try to tell people, and sometimes this hurt people's feelings because I can be real with it. Is
sometimes, nigga. You made me use the N-word. I said I wasn't. You are where you are in life because of who you are in life. Right.
However you view yourself, you cannot get mad at this man for his discipline.
We need to buy into it.
We need to understand that. So when he come talk to you, because the main thing is, man, how can I be like you? Like I told Ray, 2020, I was just gonna give people books. Read it. But it's how fast you get back to me when I give you that book. That let me know how bad you want it. You take a month, man, you don't want nothing. It's people out here who are millionaires that we think they did things for free, and that person just gave them one nugget, and they ran with it, and they did what they were supposed to do. How did they do it? Discipline.
One shining moment.
You know what I'm saying? Because I tell people this all the time. I'm one phone call away from being a millionaire. I just say that. It's just how I look at it. You know what I mean? Because that's my mindset at times. Not all the time. I just say it. You know what I mean? Because But you gotta understand, God ain't finna make you a millionaire if you don't have a millionaire mindset. Because then you ain't finna make him look stupid. But you gonna look dumb.
You're gonna mishandle your gifts.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're gonna look dumb. So discipline comes. When you're disciplined, you are able to handle and be a man with money and got financial.
Handle success.
You know what I mean? He's
failure.
good with it. He not. You see what I got? You don't do that. People who boast and brag really don't have it, mentally and physically and spiritually. You know what I'm saying? But the humble ones don't say nothing.
But see, the thing with the discipline, bro.
And they got everything. You know what I mean?
And I love hearing CJ talk about the discipline, and we run. I love our show because we can do our own thing. But the discipline helped him come back from trials and tribulations. The discipline didn't just help him achieve success, or when he was successful.
Peaks and valleys.
The discipline helped him through them hurting seasons. And that's the thing I wanted to touch on, and why I talked about the discipline through this sickness. How are we going to stay disciplined through these times, and even when times get better?
Yes.
Focus.
Yes.
What do you value, people? That was the question.
That's it.
And I'm slowly getting responses to what do you value, because that's what I wanted, was slow responses. I wanted you to truly self-evaluate. Look in the mirror. What do you value? You understand? Self-discipline is needed. You know, we know better. Let's do better now.
You ain't gonna make it, but you ain't gonna make it without it.
Yeah.
You're not gonna make it without the discipline. Everybody who did something in life was disciplined. You can listen, bro.
Consistently.
You can give somebody. Hey man, here go $1 million, man.
There you go.
He already know where. Here you go, man. He broke before it's all said and done. But like I said, when you on that road, you're already financial classes, knowing how to work money, knowing how to move it, knowing where to put it, how. Am I spending too much? You got to have people in your ear, man. What are you doing?
Yes.
Why you need? You see what I mean? But you got to learn from them.
What appreciate?
You know what I mean? But it's discipline. Everybody who made it came with discipline, man. And until you learn that, you got to instill this in your kids, people. Discipline takes you places that other people would never go.
Can I add something with your discipline and that structure? The structure and discipline.
Yes.
That can take you where beyond reach in life. It can take you anywhere you want to go if you have simple discipline and structure to your everyday walk. I live with one of them. And I see it. No, dog, my wife called.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As far as the master's degrees and all that, and writing our own. She a beast, bro.
That's the girl.
But the discipline and structure is in place.
Yes. And your kids see it. That's how you do it. Okay. Even if you have other family members. See, when you discipline, they get jealous. Oh, he think look, bro.
He don't like talking about that, but he didn't have to live that. He didn't have to live that.
So you mad because I got mad because you not. But you gotta understand. I did this because I had to, and I wanted to, and I love to. So you doing it for social media, fame, look at me, look at the game, and then that's why I rise and you stay where you at. Making money is nothing. Keeping it is the hardest part.
That's it.
And building it even more for generations. Me and Ray talk. I said, Ray, when I become a millionaire, I'm first generation. Yeah. But the young man that watch me do it, he gonna say, "No, we're not finna mess this up." See, I saw my old man get up every morning. I saw my he not finna I just know he ain't finna do it. I can just tell, you know what I mean?
Speaking no other way.
You know what I mean? So when you see it and then you instill it, and when I say instill, I mean all you gotta do sometimes is just put them there. If y'all have a loved one and y'all had it, and just put them on the basketball court while you balling and watch what happens. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, we saw Bronny. He couldn't even hit the goal when he was little with his daddy. Now look at him, jump, and he gonna do you. I'm just saying.
It's And that's like
Just be there.
That's leading by example.
There it is.
And because, like I said, on my team this year, I was like the second oldest. So like, you could come in talking too much, but then what you turn into, you return into the old dude talking.
Right.
And so then you gotta just be quiet sometimes and just say, you know what? All right, I'm gonna show you what I was trying to tell you.
Right.
Exactly. And then once they see that, okay, like you come with the talk, but then also you come with the walk. All right.
Yeah.
We can, now let's follow
rally
suit.
behind that.
Let's
Yes.
follow suit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
leading by example.
It's big, man, and I'm glad we got this opportunity to celebrate. As you know, so let me say this: we will be doing other things together. The Young Kings are taking over the city. We're gonna do some pro camps. We got a lot of stuff coming, man. You're gonna see a collaboration, man, and this is for our community, not just locally, but across the globe. You are gonna see the young and old black men and women come together and do business the right way. And you're going to see the older men like myself trust the next generation and get behind them and stay out the way, but fully support what their vision is. You understand? Because they got something great, man. We got these young men and women coming up behind us that are truly talented and truly have a vision. God didn't just give a vision to me and B Mac. He blessed us all with a vision and a purpose. So we're going to get behind that, man. We want, CJ, we're going to have you on again. Really, I'm ready for you to take over this platform and start getting busy, bro. I mean, y'all know,
Let him meet.
we're gonna talk. You know what it is. I know you.
Let him meet.
How you feel about the locker room? Is this okay for you? Is
It ain't so
decent?
bad, bro.
The locker room is legit, man. I mean, it's professional, it's legit.
Yeah.
Like these guys, like once you got your mind made up on something, there's a strategy, like you said, structure.
Yes.
You don't just come in here winging it. I mean, I just kind of, Ray hit me and said, we was talking, what, two days?
Couple days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said, come, so I'm here.
Yeah,
I didn't know, I was going to get a little bit of the word.
Yeah.
The real world.
But that's like, I grew up in that. So, at the end of the day, one thing you really said that I liked was about the church, and like, I'm not, when I had to, they set me in there, you know what I mean? But when I could make my own decisions, I just knew my relationship had to be there, and that was it.
And that's right, bro.
And so, like I said, man, I appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir.
Big respect for Ray.
You ain't gotta
Ray,
say
hey,
nothing.
Ray don't know this, but our TV, we had only a few channels.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? I love basketball, right? But the only games I really got to see was the UT basketball games coming up. We used to, they came on the regular TV.
Regular TV for free
And we used to work,
Mm-hmm.
He left the state to play basketball. When I then learned about the Fab Five, that guy from Austin, I was like, what? He from Austin? And then, and at that point, like, without even meeting him and really even knowing him and really seeing him play, I fell in love with him, and I was like, man, you know what?
Bro, y'all came
Like,
to camp.
this is...
These G's
man,
came to
it was-
some of my first basketball camp.
Man.
So like the relationship has been coming together. The seed was planted way back, man. So I'm just excited to support and get behind what my young kings are doing, man. And I appreciate you. But I want the world to know more about you, because y'all like to fall back and be low key. But I need them to know we got young businessmen out here really getting busy out here. Not just talking it, but walking it and living it and being highly productive. You know what I'm saying? So I thank you, and I love everything you doing, bro. Prayers and blessings on everything. Whatever you need from the locker room, we here for you. This your platform. So whenever you need something, whenever you want to come on and do something, you got access. Mr. Do Right, cold-blooded with us, man. So, I let Bobby Mack hit you with this question as we close out, because this man got other things to do. He got his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Hey, she's beautiful too.
So
I'm telling you. Hey, let me say this. I get to be dumb. I get to be stupid dumb. So since y'all locked up, don't be shorthanded while y'all locked up. Make sure your girlfriend don't leave after you this lockup session and you ain't been doing what you're supposed to be doing. My homie B Mac got these out here, man. Look, man.
4 5
Say,
days.
boy, get right. And I'm gonna tell you, it's like workout, man. No heart problems, no blood pressure, none of that, man. Get out there and support, man. It's a healthy product that I think our men, all ages, need to experience, man.
Take care of home will take care of you.
Home
That's
will
all I
work
can
out.
tell you, man. But One last question I just want to know, man. Before you leave this earth, what do you want to be remembered as?
Remember that?
Your legacy.
That legacy, bro.
I just say like a genuine guy for one,
Mm-hmm.
a loyal guy, and an honest guy. You know, for me, I got a top three, and it's loyalty, respect, and honesty. And really, you can put them one and three,
However
three
you
and
wanna
four.
do
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
And so for me, man, you know, my word is I like to sit on my word, and you know, just to know that to be remembered by, or just to people to know, like, hey, you know what, Kurt always extended his hand. If it was clothes, shoes,
Whatever it was.
money, or if it was just an ear. You know what I'm saying?
That means a lot.
To, you know, so, and I mean, I think if you ask some of the people that have been around me,
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing a good job of it now. I can be a whole lot better because there's so much I ain't even touched on. Me and this dude,
Young man, yeah.
you know, we had a conversation for too many hours the other day.
Right.
But yeah, I think that would be just it, man. To just be a guy who, you know, had respect and gave loyalty, and loyalty was given back,
Sweet.
and was honest and gave honesty.
Awesome, man. Awesome. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, I mean, you live it,
Appreciate
bro.
you.
I love that. That legacy
Yes, sir.
is being walked out right in front of your eyes.
Right there.
Skip, since you didn't want to get on the camera, what's the address, Skip, to anything potato, Skip?
Look at me.
My little brother, man. I love this
Yeah,
dude, bro. He a G for real.
Yeah, for
What's the address?
1326 Rosewood Avenue.
1326.
Rosewood Ave. We there, and we gonna be open, you know, through the through this time, through
Yeah,
the,
through
we
this
don't
quarantine.
we don't say it in front of Mac.
Yeah.
I know
We don't give it life.
Hey,
Yeah,
but
no, man. No, I don't live over
Can I
here.
really hype y'all up too
Yeah,
on that anything
yeah.
because y'all throw parties, they rent out the space, they do a lot of exquisite stuff. So CJ came home and they had a party for CJ in there, and I don't see people doing this, man. CJ and them had an exclusive party. Rap-A-Lot was in there. Y'all
Sweet.
need to know the history.
Yeah.
Shout out Rap-A-Lot,
Oh,
my
yeah.
time.
Rap-A-Lot
Yeah.
for sure. They blessed us with Scarface tickets.
Mhm.
But look, they broke an artist in there, man. The atmosphere was so
Lit.
dope, bruh. For y'all trying to go, my locals that are trying to go to the next level, stay in tune with anything, because they do more than just baked potatoes, man. It's a player spot, man. You take your lady, enjoy some good things and good times. So I really appreciate what you're doing. Happy birthday, belated. We celebrated already.
Yeah.
CJ, Young King, Gerald's in the building. Support and love our Young Kings, man. Locker room. We'll be back next week. We're gonna have more info on this virus. Check out all our pages for info of where they feeding people at, where you can get health checkups at. We'll continue to put that information out there. We love y'all. Keep God first and be safe and blessed, my people. One.